Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Steelers analysis and preview of this Week 11 Sunday night edition of this Pittsburgh Steelers game as they take on and travel to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. Big game for both sides. Pittsburgh 5-3-1, while the Chargers are 5-4, losers of three of their last four. So big game here for both sides. Let's talk about what to look for in this matchup. And just for the record, I'm recording this here on Saturday afternoon. This is post the Ben news that he'll get activated. Still no guarantee he'll play tomorrow, but it's certainly trending strongly in that direction. Also, post the Joey Bosa news and report an assumption that he'll play tomorrow. Still some moves that may be outstanding in terms of other COVID guys that I may not know as of the recording of this video. One guy we do know, one quarterback we know that will be playing tomorrow is Justin Herbert. So we'll start here with the Chargers offense. And to me, the Chargers offense is a little underwhelming because there is so much potency with the skill players they have at receiver, at running back, at tight end, and the play Justin Herbert, and yet they're only 15th overall in points per game, despite having a really strong red zone offense, a decent third down offense, and again, receivers Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, even Palmer and Guyton. You just talk about above the rim type plays. They're all 6'1 plus, all 200 plus pounds against a Steelers secondary that's going to be hurting with no Joe Hayden and no Mika Fitzpatrick in this game. And so, how well those corners match up one on one battles, think about James Pierre, Cam Sutton, those guys, they're going to be tested quite a bit. How well the linebackers, the safeties do down the seam against a Jared Cook, who's a big athletic guy, Parham, who's a literal power forward, basically a 6'8" tight end with 3 touchdowns on 11 receptions this season. And just how well those guys match up. How well does someone cover Keenan Allen in the slot, for example? Last time Pittsburgh saw that, it was a couple years ago. They saw that it didn't end well. So what are the answers there? Does Arthur Millette have a bigger role in the slot after getting demoted last week, essentially? And so will he have to really up his play and become a much better cover corner than he's been? So and it doesn't even talk about the Chargers run game with Austin Eckler, who's averaging 4.7 yards per pop, and they can run, they can throw, and it's a line that I think is improving overall. And so the keys in this one is those corners. I think winning those one-on-one matchups and battles, and for the Steelers getting a pass rush, and that's going to be tougher to do, obviously with T.J. Watt not playing in this game. And Alex Highsmith has a very difficult matchup at right outside linebacker against rookie left tackle Rashawn Slater, who's one of the top rookies of this class of the season. And so, how well does he do? Of course, but how well do guys like Taco Charleston and Derek Tuska and other guys step up to try to produce that pass rush? Because I think it's going to be hard to expect Highsmith to have a big impact. Kind of a game, only 1.5 sacks this season, all came in one game. I think that was the Seattle game. I want to say. So other guys will have to step up. Do you blitz more in this game to try to compensate for the lack of pass rush when you have a TJ Watt out? There's a risk reward there with the secondary that's also dealing with injuries. So pressure from Taco and Tuska, and of course guys like Cam Hayward, along with the corners winning their matchups, I think going to be really key in this game. Defensively, when you look at this Chargers unit, this run defense has been the worst in football, which is surprising to me. I would not have guessed the Chargers were dead last in run defense, but they are in terms of yards per game, in terms of yards per carry, in terms of some of the key significant stats. And they're going to be without Linval Joseph in this game. At least I believe they'll be without him. He's listed as doubtful. Again, as of this recording, we'll see what the status of Jerry Tillery is. He's on the COVID list again as of this recording. To me, that the D line had played well for them. Joseph and Tillery were really active guys. They both had 30 plus tackles this season. They were winning one on one blocks. So I think securing double teams, and even if that means letting the linebackers run free a bit, is going to be the most important part. But again, with Joseph likely out, Tillery not playing or may not be playing, that could be a big difference in this one. So Pittsburgh should have success on the ground, but I am still a little bit worried if a guy like Tillery can play because he might win some of those one on one battles up front. Of course, Pittsburgh dealing with injuries of their own, with Kevin Dotson not playing in this one. J.C. Hassenauer going to get the start at left guard, but certainly the mantra of any game for Pittsburgh this season is run the ball effectively. On paper, they should do it, but I'm a little less confident in their ability to do it as opposed to what the stats and numbers might say. And then the Chargers secondary, I think there's some talent overall there with Samuel Jr. and Derwin James is one of the top safeties in football, very active, leads the NFL, leads all safeties with 80 tackles this season. Ben coming back, that's obviously going to be a positive. We'll see how much rust there is for not practicing all week long. I think even missing today's walkthrough, this morning's walkthrough. But last time that happened last year, he went out there against the Bengals and threw 4 touchdowns and a 36-10 victory. I'm not expecting that again, but I do want to at least add the context and the precedent of what happened last season. So red zone plays got to be better. Pittsburgh won a 3 last week. That's a huge reason why they tied that game against the Lions, along with the turnovers. Obviously, can't turn the football over 3 times against the Chargers, and I think their offense still can put up points on the board and expect to win this game. So overall, my final thoughts here in this one, I just think even with the Steelers getting Ben back, the Chargers, I think offensively are just too strong. The Steelers simply do not score enough points, whether that's Mason or Ben starting. It can't be a 25th, 27th ranked offense like where Pittsburgh's been floating around all season long and expect to win some of those games in a defense that is hurting, a defense not creating enough splash. So I got the Chargers winning this one 27-20. Can Pittsburgh win this game? Sure. They did it back in 2019. They Duck Hodges starting that game and they found a way to win. But I think this Chargers team is more explosive now than they were before. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the crowd noise is like with hopefully Steelers fans taking over. What is it, SoFi Stadium now? I believe is what they're calling it. But we'll see what happens. But again, I have the Chargers winning this one 27-20. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What is your score prediction for this game? Do you agree with me the Chargers will win, or do you think the Steelers will pull off the upset? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe. You guys have not done so already. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.